Hey guys, we're back in the Lexus. A bit of a different video today. I have a problem with this infotainment system where it locks me out of my phone whenever I'm in motion. Right now, I have access to everything here, to the settings, the call history, the phone book, the number pad, and all that stuff. But as soon as I put the car in motion, all that gets locked out. As soon as I go over 10 kilometers an hour, nothing works anymore except for my speed dial. So if I want to call someone and the number I want to call is not on speed dial, then I'm kind of out of luck and I have to stop the car and do all that. So I've seen a lot of products that are selling for $200 just to kind of hack this functionality and take it off. But I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than that and investigate what causes this to happen. I looked through the wiring diagram. I have the factory service manual for this car. I looked through the wiring diagram and I found that there is a number of things that affect the functionality of this. One of them is the e-brake, which is a simple grounding of the wire that calls for that. But there's another one that tells the vehicle, tells the infotainment unit that there is a certain speed that it's going, and that's what I'm going to try and read. So there are two wires going in, and I'm going to try and find out what those do. So first I'm going to ground the e-brake wire, because having it one click up does not cut it, because that's gonna give me the warning on the dash and it's gonna scream at me as soon as I start moving. So I do not want to live with that. And also I'm gonna hook up a voltmeter to the speed wire. I just want to see what happens when the car is in motion, and I can have that reading kind of on the fly. So let's go ahead and strip all this down and see what happens. So I'm here. I've tapped into the parking brake, which is the yellow wire, and the violet wire, which is the speed sensor wire, and I've hooked up a voltmeter to that, and right now I'm reading 12.5 volts, and I'll show you what happens when the vehicle starts moving. So I am in drive, I'm moving now, and you can see a voltage drop to about 6 volts, and this goes offline. I slow down, stop, the voltage goes up, this comes online again. So this is with me driving about 30 kilometers an hour. Up to 40, and the voltage stabilizes, it looks like, at 6.4, around there. So I wonder what will happen if I up to a little higher number in speed. See what happens. Close to 50 now. It looks like it's stable. I'm gonna get up to 60 here. I'm slowing down to a stop, so you'll see the voltage come back up. Ooh, it dropped to 0. That's interesting. Just waiting for a chance to merge. Let's see what happens when I step on it. Okay, accelerating. So now I'm at 6.4, 6.4, I'm going 60, still at 6.4. Okay, let's come to a stop soon. Still going, it's not stopped yet. This is still disabled. It's still at 6.4. I'm gonna stop over here. See what happens to the voltage. And it drops to 0. Put it in park. So after doing some testing, I reconfirmed my suspicion that all it was is that the parking brake wire need to be grounded, and the speed control, the speed sensor wire needed to be it needed to be severed, really, to cut any voltage going into the head units. Because what was happening is the unit would get no voltage, and then as soon as I put any speed on the vehicle, then it will start reading 6.4 volts. So when I cut it off and did a test run, it actually performed like I wanted it to perform, which was always giving me the option to go into my phone and even have access to the DVD controls and the screen as it's playing the DVD. So I don't recommend doing that because that's kind of dangerous, but at least you can have your phone functional while you're driving. But what I'm doing is I'm enabling and disabling this by actually connecting 2 wires to each end of the speed module, and then routing them through the back and down to the footwell area, and then I'm connecting them to a 2-way switch, and then I'll have the ability to turn on and off this functionality as I please. Let me button all of this up and give you guys a test run or a final run of the results. Just to explain this a bit further, the 2 wires I am interrupting are the parking brake wire, which is the yellow wire, and the speed wire, which is the violet colored wire. These 2 wires can be located at the back of the head unit at the socket numbered F28. It's a white socket, and the locations are as shown in the image. The F28 socket is located as shown in the picture on the driver's side of the head unit. It's that white one, the big one on the far left. So after some extensive testing, I found that the car reverts itself back and the head unit blocks you out of the phone functionality after a while of driving. So it's a temporary measure, and you can use it just to turn on the functionality as you need it and input whatever inputs you need, as in like a phone number or a destination, and then it should last you long enough to do that. It's not meant to be a full-time situation. It's just a temporary, just so you can use it quickly and then away you go again. If this happens, I found that if I turn on the switch again and let it run for 6 seconds and turn it back off again, I get the functionality back. It's not a perfect solution, but it works for what I need it. I hope that this was a helpful video for you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and that will let me know that you like this content and you want to see more of it. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.